Broadcom gets CMA approval right on the freaking heels of EU approval.
I know. I feel like we're talking about this every week. Do you think next week they'll get China?
I don't know. They need SAMR and they need FTC. So,
yeah, you know what? I got called on that a little bit because I said the CMA was like, this is a good one. Someone's like, well, do they have China yet? And I'm like, eh. So here's the thing. I don't know if I've taken this as a pass or the fact that maybe my fundamental belief is China has procured exactly one license of VMware ever. Now there's a story behind this.
I'm listening.
China copies everybody's software and then just is ready to say, like, I don't think they buy any of it. I'm being a little tongue in cheek, but what I'm saying is, unlike things like certain cloud or certain semis or certain real, what I would call SEPs, things that are standard essential that they feel like they need to compete on a global level. I don't think China is going to be a problem with this one. Just holding out. Now, Lena Khan could be a problem. She just can't win. She literally can do nothing but lose. The courts have pretty much not supported any of her cases so far. And so does she want to raise a case here? It seems like there's a threshold, and it seems to be anything over like $10 billion she's going to try to stop. And so the FTC is really interesting. But Pat, the thing about the CMA that's, I guess, just worth noting was they said they were going to, do a deeper probe. People thought maybe this was going to be the one that was going to be the big holdup. Just like last week, the EU, the CMA said they looked, they took a peek under the hood. They decided, nah, it's not a big enough deal. We did talk about this last week, so I don't think we need to spend a ton of time on it. But just on a quick note, there are going to be concessions. There will be probably a few more before this thing's all done. And I wouldn't even be surprised if some things get spun off quickly in businesses, whether that's at Broadcom or VMware. Hawk has a plan. We know that. If you don't know his plan, he's actually shared it with you and I at the 6.5 Summit as our opening keynote speaker. You need to check out that video if you haven't already.
Is that it?
Do you want me to talk for 10 minutes?
If you don't mind. No, I'm just kidding. Dan, those were great adders. So we have SAMR, which is China, and we have the FTC coming up. One note on CMA approval, it was without conditions. So unlike EU related to the Marvell stuff. By the way, I don't know how you jockey back and forth where, one regulator tells you one thing that, by the way, would make no sense to do in global. The other comment I'll make is VMware virtualization. Some analyst firms are claiming up to 70% market share. I just don't even believe it. To be honest with you, if I look at all the state-based institutions out there that rejected 10 years ago, pretty much all U.S. technology. I'm pretty sure that's KVM based open source. But anyways, industry analysts don't get everything right. I mean, we do, right?
I'm wondering if I got the one license right, but it was really funny to me.
No, it was funny. And
copies and steals everything. So
I virtually patted you on the back. So
thank you.
Anyways, this thing's going through, and unlike, Activision, Microsoft, unlike, what we saw with Qualcomm and NXP, you have a software company. Sorry, you have a mostly a hardware company buying a software company, and sure, if you smoke enough. Or drink enough, you can come up with some
smoke what, Pat?
ways. You can come up with some ways that this could be abused, but that would also mean you know nothing about business and where the motivation comes from. So Broadcom makes a whole lot more money off of VM licenses and soon to be multi-cloud than it can make off a $100 NIC.